Good evening and welcome. Tonight we will be going over the history and geography of Balakan in Azerbaijan. As you can see here, the Balakan region borders Georgia and Russia. And it's actually quite small. It ends right about here. It makes up this whole northern tip of Azerbaijan up here. This region is dominated by the Caucasus Mountains. You can see the mountains right here. The Caucasus. The Caucasus Mountains are one of the natural borders between Europe and Asia, but if you ask people from Azerbaijan, they'll tell you that they're all European. It's a very European culture, but technically on the Asian continent. So the line's a little blurry. But the Caucasus Mountains make up pretty much this entire half here of Balakan. And most of that region is taken up by the Zagatala State Reserve, which I'm probably mispronouncing, but doing my best. The rest of the area over here, much lower land, is pretty much just farmland. And they grow all kinds of things. Here there's a big tobacco industry. Lots of corn and wheat and wine actually is grown here. There's a very old silk industry in this area here. And probably the most famous is persimmons. They have a big persimmon festival every year. There's lots of things like that, lots of cattle. Nice little farmy things, right? Grown down here. Not so much in the mountains. Although when I show you Google Earth, there's a lot of pictures of bees. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of beekeepers up here in the mountains. So this area, this little area here, it's quite an interesting little history. It was part of Caucasian Albania from the 2nd century BCE until about the 8th century CE. And that has nothing to do with the current country of Albania. Two completely different things. Caucasian Albania, not related at all to the European country of Albania. The area was invaded by the Arabs in the 8th century. They pretty much ransacked the area. And not long after that, this area was part of the Shaki Khanate. Shaki is a bit farther south from here. We'll talk about it on a later date. And it was a very thriving culture for quite a while, I think up until the 1800s. And that is because in the 1800s, Russia became the dominant power in the region. Most of Azerbaijan was controlled by the Persians, and they were warring with Russia quite frequently during this time over where the line was drawn between their territories, because Russia was ever expanding, becoming the large nation that it is today. But like I said, this area was part of the Shaki Khanate, so it was kind of in the middle. But in 1803 it was absorbed by Russia. And it stayed that way until 1918, when the Russian Empire collapsed during the Russian Revolution. And during that time, Azerbaijan became independent. And there was quite a disagreement over whether this area should be part of Azerbaijan or Georgia. And it was very hotly contested until 1920, when the Soviets came in and took over, and they decided for themselves. The Soviets were really big on drawing up territories based on the majority ethnicity of the area, which has led to ongoing conflict in this area that still continues to this day. But they decided that Balakan would be part of Azerbaijan since it was majority Azeri. It became part of the Azerbaijan SSR until the collapse of the Soviet Union, in which it just became part of Azerbaijan. And that's its interesting little history. Not anything too mind-blowing in terms of historical facts, but it's interesting that even back then, Azerbaijan, Georgia, and even Russia still couldn't quite agree on where to draw all of the lines. Georgia has quite an issue with that today. Mainly, Azerbaijan has an issue with Armenia about that. But it's just interesting that the debate over who should control what has been going on for over 100 years at this point. So with that little history out of the way, I'm going to show you what few pictures I found on Google Earth. Normally when I don't find a lot of really great pictures, I just skip that portion, but I found some interesting things, and this landscape's just too beautiful to pass up, so why don't we head over to the tablet. So here's the Balakan region, which unfortunately I can't show you the actual region because it doesn't come up on Google Earth, but you can see the town here. And we're going to start by zooming out so you can see exactly where we are in the world. What happened to my pencil? It's right in front of me. It's dark. I can't see it. Let's zoom out. So here we are in the Caucasus. You can see the mountain range here between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. I just did a video on Baku, which is the capital of Azerbaijan. So some of you might be a little more familiar with Azerbaijan if you're a frequent viewer. But you can see the shape of the country there. It gets a little questionable down there, but it's definitely shaped like right here. So we are in this little like peninsula, I suppose, of Azerbaijan right at the tip of it. You can see Russia's right up there. We've got Georgia right there. And right in the middle of, Central Asia, the Middle East, Europe. Just kind of right in the center of things. It's a very important region. I guess we could start by looking at the town. I don't think there was anything I wanted to show you actually in the town, because as you can see, it's not terribly exciting. There's the beautiful river flowing through here, but I have a terrible time trying to pronounce some of the things here, and I'm not going to bother. But you can see the river coming down from the mountains. Balakan does have a really beautiful park, some wildlife, the mountains in the distance. Oops. Well, try that again without my pinky hitting the close button. There's Haydar Aliyev, who was the ruler of Azerbaijan after the fall of the Soviet Union. He's kind of a big deal in Azerbaijan. Beautiful sunflower there. And look at this gate welcoming you to Balakan. Which kind of looks like the Ishtar Gate a little bit. Or maybe if you asked a child to draw a castle gate, that's what it would look like. It's very nice though. Beautiful river, beautiful landscape, little mouse. It's a very lovely part of the world, the Caucasus Mountains. But yeah, there is a big park. Over here you can see, of course it's called the Haydar Aliyev Park. Park Haydar. A nice little Soviet remnant of how things once were in, there he's up there, in the former Soviet Union areas. Looks like there's a lot of pictures of Christmas time in this park. Let's see. Another town is another one that I can't quite pronounce, so any Azeri or Azerbaijani viewers can help me out. I'm not sure how to pronounce the X there. I think it's Katech. Not sure. Same name as the river here. But we can see some of the landmarks, little poppies here. Just this nice little town. There it is in the snow. What am I hitting? I'm at a very different angle. I'm trying a new filming setup here in my family's house in Walla Walla. So I'm at a very strange angle here. Little horses, all their friends. And little puppies. That's nice. I think it was in the slideshow for the nature reserve is the one I want to show you. Isn't this gorgeous? How fantastic. Lots of deer. This is it. So, the name of that place, Katex, I think, again, it's Katech. I tried to find how to pronounce it. I cannot. This is the Katech waterfall. And it's probably the biggest, natural wonder to come and see in the Balakan region. Here you can see lots of bee boxes, like I told you. Lots of bees here, apparently. The beautiful river rushing through. Beautiful scenery, little cottages. You can enjoy your stay here at the reserve. There's the waterfall. But that water's very cold. There's a little king of the forest here, Bambi. There, that guy is at the waterfall. I couldn't find where the waterfall is on Google Earth. I was searching on everything I could, trying to see where this waterfall was. I could not find it. But you can see just how big and towering these mountains are. So beautiful. I think this slideshow showed some more bee boxes. Oh yeah, more bees over here. More bees over here. He's in the water. Making something over the river water there. And they're there with the bee boxes. All of the bees. All of the bees. There's just a lot of bees here. I suppose it's a good place to store all your bees. I suppose. There's worse places. But yes, for the most part, it's all very beautiful and rugged and mountainous. Isn't it lovely? See the big river flowing through there between the mountains. It's very nice. I think there's maybe one other town that had pictures. A lot of these don't. I have to remember which one it was. It might have been this one. It sure was. Oh no, that's just one picture, but very beautiful clouds. Okay, so it wasn't that one. Nope. And nope. And nope. Let's see. I always, when I'm exploring, I look for, oh, now you can't see it from up high. I guess this town, and then there's another major city down here, which of course is not popping up, to make sure I'm not getting out of range, but pretty much it cuts off there at the river. So I have to stay up here. Let's see if we can't see any other slideshows. Yeah. I feel like I found one other one, but I can't remember the name of the town. But as you can see, it's all just little farming villages, this beautiful patchwork here. I love looking at farmland from above. They're all beautiful little quilts. Did I check this one already? Yeah, alright. Well, I suppose we'll end it there. Maybe we'll find something in town to look at to end the video. Trying to remember. I know which ones aren't very exciting. I won't bore you with those. What's this? Oh, the little gateway here. That's hardly any pictures. Alright. I guess I'll just close out the video. Or I could try to do... Did we look at this slideshow already? We sure did. Alright, I'm out of options. I'm just gonna end the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this style of content, please consider subscribing. It's usually not this short. Actually, tomorrow's video is going to be much, much longer because we are going to Spain. And you can't see the color of my nails right now, but you saw them before. That should give you a kind of hint about what kind of area we're going to in Spain. It's definitely summertime here, and we're going to a beautiful summertime location. So be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out. I hope that you found this video to be relaxing and educational, and I hope that you have a good